How you doing, y'all? And welcome to Massive Beers. My name is Matt. Gonna do a beer review for y'all from my boy Carson. Used to be Carson from Florida. Now it is Carson from Colorado. Got this up in this piece. Got a little bit of little True Brewing. Yeah, double IPA action in the form of their Nazareth. Nazareth, not too far away from me. Nazareth, PA. Double India Pale Ale. It's got awesome, kind of like old school Reaper kind of tattoo flash art thing going on, which I really kind of dig. I mean, true, they're into their kind of metal stuff and things. On the bottom here it says RIP the beer, toss the label, recycle the can. They got that kind of that peely thing that a lot of breweries are doing now, to where it's like a pull tab where you can actually like de-jacket the beer, which is what you should really do. It can't really be recycled, just makes recycling that much easier. So if those are on there, do it. I try to do it. Sometimes I forget, so I'm not going to really poo-poo on you too much if you forget. Malt is Troubadour, Serenade, and Pevek, and hops are Meridian, Azaka, Idaho 7, and Citra. And this be canned, we do not know. Today is the 5th of May. My beautiful wife's birthday was yesterday. She's awesome. My whole family's awesome. I'm gonna do a beer review with her again. Look at that Dirty Glass Mafia. I washed this sucker too. Good God. This guy's horrible. Now give it a big tap. Oh, look, it's clean again. Label wise, like I said, that just reminds me of like some old like Paul Booth flash or something like that from like tattoo art and stuff like that. So I'm really kind of digging on it. It's got these weird kind of moons that remind me of Quake in the background. And honestly, lime green can, black, I don't know, something about it. I really do dig the can. And they're doing a whole recycling thing here with the pull tab on it. So I am a fan. Beer-wise, looking through this horrible glass, honestly, a lot less turbulent when you come to expect from a double IPA these days. What is their definition ABV-wise of double IPA? 8%. Okay, that's proper, at least in my books. But this looks more like a pale ale. It looks more like a lighter, hazy kind of pale ale, which has me kind of hot and bothered. I think this might be something a little bit more kind of up my alley. So yeah, this soft haze to it, nothing too crazy. White as white could be head. The nose. Kind of smells like an itty bitty kind of pale beer. Not in a negative way either. It has this nice kind of hop presence to it. Very much kind of a combination of an undersweetened tropical and a floral kind of citrus going on. Nothing too aggressive. Zero perception of a huge bittering in this one. Really does come off as a really nice, soft, low ABV hazy. Like, this is the kind of nose I typically get off of like a 4.5% like crusher hazy. And usually I'm poo-pooing on that. I'm like, double IPA, you gotta be big and bold and all that kind of stuff. I feel like there's gonna be a bit more kind of aggressiveness to the taste. I like the nose, not over the top crazy, but let's dive in. Cheers, y'all. That's a double IPA. That was cool, man. I kind of could see that being set up. Way more bittering than I thought it was gonna be. Bringing this kind of weedy, dank West Coast vibes, not really a piney kind of characteristic. It's got this cool sweetness to it. It starts off as this like hard candy kind of sweetness, which I dig on bigger kind of bittering IPAs, but it washes off pretty quick and becomes more of like, it's sweeter, it's not soft, it's not confectionery, but it's not nearly as hard or as jarring or as aggressive as what you think of a hard candy sweetness. So it starts that way, but it doesn't really it doesn't stay there and it doesn't elevate. It kind of just lets that bittering probably take over and turn this into something a little bit more kind of ranky dank, in a very much kind of weed kind of component. But like, it's not like, it's like what I would consider like 90s super nugs or like early 2000s super nugs, not this new school kind of super bubblegummy kush kind of craziness. It's just mean mugging kind of weediness to it. Nice mouthfeel, like old school double IPA kind of mouthfeel, like a clean, crisp West Coast kind of IPA kind of mouthfeel to it. There is a soft little kind of satin thing to it, so it is a little bit something extra to it than that. Clean, crisp, West Coasty, but it has a lot more DNA than with a West Coast double IPA than it does like East Coast as far as the malt base. as far as the mouthfeel goes. But man, those hops, as far as the fruited side of things, are all about the East Coast. There's a juicy fruit, tropical fruit, juicy fruit leaning kind of fruitiness to it. Not necessarily that yeasty juicy fruit thing. It's more of like juicy fruit from the hops. And a little tropical vibes. Kiwi, absolutely. This is really good. Like really, really, really good. Like really good. Like I'm drinking this 8%, you know, looking at it, looks like a pale. Nose kind of smells like a pale, but I could just tell there's something about it that was, I was like, this is going to get a little bit fucking, yeah, it's going to kind of serenade you. Be like, yeah, just this little beer, just drink me. I'll be all right. You'll be okay. Bam, and just in your face a whole bunch of crap in a very, very fun way. That's a fun beer, man. Let's put it this way. It tastes like the can looks. You know, the green. It tastes like green. You know, not, I mean green as in just that weedy kind of like brightness kind of thing going on. Not necessarily like tastes like green. Like, what's that brewery called? Treehouse, not their green. Man, I like this. I like this interplay. It's a whole hefty dollop of West Coast and a nice kind of super surgical, like a very precise kind of East Coast hopping. In a very drinkable package. It's really kind of pulling off a trifecta here from both the hops, the malt, to the drinkability in a very positive way. A lot of people get beers, double IPAs like this, myself included, don't want like that bigger, richer, more hefty mouthfeel to it. And the way this beer kind of plays and what it's trying to do and how it's trying to be, Mount Rushmore said it's one of the better double IPAs I've had in quite some time, actually. That good, man. Really, really good stuff. There you go. I got nothing else for you. Let's talk about it. Have you had this beer? I'm really, really curious. I know Carson has, so please let me know your thoughts on that, Carson. But everybody else, let me know if you've had this beer and what you've had from True. You know, I've had my decent amount. We actually get little drips and drabs of their stuff out here from time to time. So if you've had anything from them, what's your thoughts on, you know, their kind of funky program, whether the hoppy stuff, all that kind of stuff? I want to know. Conversation down there. Let's have at it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hope we'll see you next time. Cheers, y'all.